up, guys? Today I want to just do a quick review of this guy behind me. This is the Volcom Lynn Gore-Tex jumpsuit. Now, the reason I actually picked this up, and you can see it's so brand new, I haven't even gotten to break it in yet, so I'm only giving you this review as a general feedback after purchasing it, putting it on, and being really excited for the snow season this coming year. Now, let me just give you a backstory. I rode in pants, snow pants, up until probably about 4 or 5 years ago. At that point, I bought a pair of bibs. When I bought bibs, I realized that I could not go any further by just wearing pants, because wearing bibs themselves were so much more protective, warm, comfortable. I just enjoyed it a lot more, and it made my riding a whole lot better. So over the last couple of years, basically the last 2, I've kind of been pondering if I wanted to pick up a jumpsuit. I saw a lot of them from Air Blaster, some other companies, but when I saw this one from Volcom, I knew I had to have it. One, Jamie Lynn's the man. Anything that he puts out is probably going to be good. Secondly, Volcom is a top quality company, and I knew that I'd be getting something of substance. Third is that it is fully Gore-Tex, and I really just wanted to give that a shot. So as you can see, it's hanging up behind me here. And just a little background on me. I am 6'2", about 210 pounds. I call myself an athletic build. So what I'm going to do here is actually bring this down off the hanger, give you kind of a walk around tour of the jumpsuit itself. Now, the other reason I'm doing this is because when I was looking at this guy, I did a ton of searching around on Google, on YouTube, all through the internet, trying to find some people that had some feedback on this thing, and I couldn't find anything. So this is kind of to help answer this for you. Is this the right product for you? How does it fit? How does it look? What kind of makes this jumpsuit really awesome, and what makes me really excited to end up wearing it, hopefully almost every day this ski season. So let me just bring it down, and we'll kind of go over a couple key things. So first off, we've got a nice big insignia from Jamie Lynn. It's kind of this like silver color. So the nice part about this is it's not too like out there. It's not popping in your face, but you definitely notice that there's something there. Now, something else on this, I don't know if I'm going to be able to really show you it, but it's on the hood, GPT. This is one of Volcom's kind of like signature things that they test for the backcountry to make their apparel better, stand up better in the outdoors, and just overall. So, as I mentioned earlier, I'm 6'2", 210 pounds or so. This jumpsuit is a large. So I purchased a large. I'm pretty much a standard large in pants, a standard large in jackets. I have a couple Air Blaster Ninja suits. They're all large. So I thought I would get myself a large. Now, as you can see, I haven't even taken the tags off. I still have the zipper covers on and all that stuff. So really, this is kind of my third time jumping into this, because I put it on when I first got it, and I'm gonna basically put it on again for you now. The other thing about this is I am kind of in the middle of summer, so I don't have my down jacket that I might normally layer myself with, but I am going to put a layering jacket on for this. Obviously, I'm wearing pants. I'm going to also demo it with my boots on, try a couple configurations, including my helmet, so you guys can see that, and 2 different kinds of gloves, so you can see kind of, or so I can tell you how it fits and feels with those items. So let's just kind of slide this bad boy on. One of the cool things about this jacket is it's got an asymmetrical zipper, kind of goes from the right collar here and kind of slants down across the body towards the left hip. So that makes it a little bit nicer, because when I put it on the first time, it sat nice and comfortably underneath my chin. Now, this is a full Gore-Tex 3-liter jacket. So that means that it's probably going to stand up to just about anything where I live, the Pacific Northwest, is going to throw at me. Now, from the inside, you can see that it's just that normal 3L layered system. So not a whole lot going on here for insulation. So I'm definitely going to have to put some stuff in, or bring some stuff with me every day to the mountain to make sure that I stay warm. Now, inside here, we do have a little small pocket. That's probably going to be where I put, maybe my car keys. It's not very big. I definitely can't fit my cell phone in there, I don't think. But we'll give it a try when I put the jacket actually on. jumpsuit. But really, if you've ever hopped into a Carhartt jumpsuit, that's pretty much what this thing is that it's just a very, very solidly built Volcom jumpsuit. So here we are. I've got it on my pants or over my legs. I'm going to throw on my jacket first, so we got a little bit more of a layer here just to kind of add some fluff, I guess, so you guys can see what that might look like. From here, though, if I was putting it on in the mountains, I'd obviously be worried about dragging it on the ground. So I'm also going to throw my boots on at this point, cover my boots up so you guys can kind of see just how long or how it fits over everything. So at this point, the cuff fits nicely right over my boob, okay? Something else that's nice in here is there is this kind of elastic drawstring. So let's say I was hiking or, you know, wearing my normal shoes with these, I could bungee cord them tighter so there's no snow that's gonna get in them, or higher than my shoe, so that way they're not dragging on the ground. If it's like after skiing or before skiing, I'm wearing my kind of normal street clothes. So, as you can see, I just threw it all the way over. You can see down here that we've got the main zipper. So this is pretty much a one and done kind of suit. Once I get into this thing, I'm probably gonna be in it all day. Now there is some kind of creature features in this, which is a full zip. I'll show you that in a second. That lets you kind of go to the bathroom if you need to, but let's go ahead and just zip this bad boy up. Well, actually, before we do that, again, this pocket in the chest here probably could fit my iPhone 13, but it's not gonna probably fit a Max, one of those really large cell phones, but it could probably fit my cell phone in there comfortably. Otherwise, I'm probably gonna be wearing it in my chest pocket of my other jacket. Now, on the other side here, we do have a nice mesh zipper pocket. Kind of see here, that's definitely going to be able to fit a pair of goggles, probably very snugly, but it could fit them. Other than that, that's pretty much everything that's inside. Now, I don't know if you can get this, but there is a velcro kind of belt in here. So if I ever need to tighten it up, I can definitely cinch it up around that waistline if I need to. Right now, I'm probably not going to even think about that because it's sitting pretty comfortably on me. So from here, let's go ahead and zip this bad boy up. All right, so whether you're riding with your collar open or fully zipped up, you've got a nice large space in that neck. This is one thing I really like about this one, as well as the Volcom TDS insulated or infrared jacket. I also have that paired with my rain bibs. Probably see a review video about that stuff too. But that jacket collar is nice and large, so plenty of room in there. If I have one of those fleece hoods on, if I have my parka zipped up, whatever, I've got plenty of breathing space here. Now again, the zipper zips up at the top right of my collar. Let's say I gotta go to the bathroom. Well, first off, I could zip from the top, but that means I'm opening this whole thing up. So what they did here was added a little zipper from the bottom. So whether you're trying to air yourself out or, you know, going to the bathroom in the urinal, you're pretty solid on that. Now, from here, you've got your nice big leg vents on the inside of both legs. So that's awesome. Let yourself breathe a little bit throughout the day. And then you've got this one kind of front hip pocket on the right side. This is big enough to probably fit, you know, one of my smaller pairs of gloves. I can fit my hand in there comfortably, but that's probably about it. Nothing like maybe a beer. Cool, if I need it. Then from here we've got our hip zip. So this is what I was talking about. Let's say you drank too much coffee on the way up to the lift this morning, and you've got to drop to the bathroom. So you've got this nice big open kind of butt flap. Unlike my ninja suit, which that's going to be the fun part, is pairing my ninja suit with this. That's like 7 layers to get to the bathroom. This feels very comfortable to be able to sit down, go to the bathroom without having to worry about, you know, having the back in the way. Now, it does have zippers from both directions, so whatever hand you are, or whether you're playing ambidextrous, you can unzip this and be good to go. Now, I again don't have any layers on, and I'm already warm in this thing, so I'm having a feeling that this thing is going to keep me pretty dialed in on the slopes where I'm going to be nice and comfortable, even with minimal layering or just wearing my Ninja suit from Air Blaster. Now from here, let's talk about some other features. We've got our normal wrist Velcro straps, just like any other jacket. You've got your pass pocket on the left sleeve. So whether you've got those new passes that are RFID, or you have to get into this every time like I do at my lift, this is where you're probably going to store that. So, you know, I'm having a little bit of trouble zipping this up at the very moment, so that might be kind of a concern for me when I'm out on the mountain and I'm trying to get my pass out, pass back in very quickly. I'm just going to leave that instead of playing with it for the moment. And then from there, we kind of bring ourselves up to the top. So at this point, we've got one kind of casual hip pocket on the left side, on the right side, and then we've got a butt zip. Other than that, we've got a pass pocket on the left arm. And then beyond that, we've got 2 chest pockets. Now, the chest pocket on the right, good spot for your cell phone, but I have lost a cell phone by putting it in here and forgetting to zip it. So this could probably hold, you know, your cell phone, a wallet, maybe a guide map, something like that. The left one, though, is where the fun begins. So Jamie Lynn, being that infamous stoner that he might be, decided to make a little bit of a goodie pack in here. So there is actually a little storage here for what they actually give you as a joint or cigarette holder, which actually has a nice little sleeve. Now, let's say you're not someone that smokes or you don't want to carry that around with you. You could probably put a pen or pencil in there. And then there's kind of this like trash bag material that's probably set up for your weed or, you know, maybe your key, whatever you decide to put in there. That kind of reaches up and down. Pretty nice size pocket. Wouldn't be able to fit my goggles in there by any means, but I could definitely fit, you know, my car keys. Now, was able to get that thing zipped. From here, these wrist gaiters, nice and comfortable. Now again, on my TDS infrared, they're a little bit thicker, but these are a nice material that I already feel warmth on my hands, so layering those with any sort of gloves is definitely gonna make it nice and comfortable. And as you can tell, attached to the liner, so it's nice and open. And so then from here, let's just put the hood up without my helmet first. If I've got my hood up, I've got nice roomy space. If you have ever looked at some of the products from Volcom, they have these goggle clips. So if you're just riding a beanie and beanie and goggles and it's raining, it's pouring, you can attach these little hooks to your goggles, and it kind of cinches the hood on a little bit more, and then you can use what's in the back for that toggle to cinch it up. Now again, you've got that toggle on the back side, you've got these hooks for your goggles, and then let's just put a helmet on and see how this looks. So with the helmet, this is a SMI Galactic, just a kind of a standard one like the Mission or the Smith Scout, and a couple other brands have just a very solid basic helmet. So with this guy on, you can see just how much space it kind of takes up. And if I wanted to rock the hood, let's see, if I wanted to rock the hood on, it didn't feel easy to just get it on, but if I opened it up, unzipped it a little bit, I could put that hood on, zip myself back up, and I mean, no snow is going to touch me in this thing. Even if I fell 100 times and just somersaulted like a snowman, I mean, I'm pretty much going to be locked in, cinched in, and dry all day long. Now, not to forget, I'm 6'2", and this has a nice comfortable loose fit where I can still move around. I can do activities comfortably. Now maybe with a parka or something like that underneath, I might not have as much room or freedom to move, especially my upper body, but the legs are long, they go down to my ankles at least, so I'm not going to be dragging my pants on the ground, so that's nice. I don't have to worry about those cuffs ripping or getting all frayed up by the concrete, and I'm also not going to have to worry about my binding heel cup kind of cutting it off all the time and kind of running it out that way. Now, just because I'm getting super warm, I'm going to take this helmet off, but let's go through one more piece that I've always found very important, especially with the pairing of gloves and my jacket. Now, I've got two gloves that I like to wear depending on how cold I am. One of these pairs is the hand-out. These are the hand-out Luxe gloves. Now, the only thing I don't like about these is they are a little bit more of a gauntlet style. So that means that long, long cuff. And for most times, gauntlets go over the cuff of the jacket, but I don't like to wear them like that. I like to wear them underneath the jacket. So if my jacket cuff does not fit well, I tend not to like to wear these. So let's just try these on real quick. Just because I've got this tag on the left hand, I'm not going to use that side. But so with the handout glove, if you haven't ever checked them out, you have a zipper that lets your hand come freely out, as well as putting that glove or mitt, depending on which style you get, completely on and locking it in. Now, as I mentioned, the handout glove is more of a gauntlet. So it's got a nice long cuff, probably about 3 inches of cuff here, that my old jacket just did not slide over that wrist gaiter as well. Now this one has plenty of room in that wrist gaiter, as well as the ability to come over that whole cuff. So now from here I can definitely cinch down my cuff of my jacket and be completely locked in here, which means that when I put on my other gloves, which are basically just a nice like Kinko or Flylow, these are Flylows, but just their workman glove, they're going to slide right over and have plenty of room in that cuff for easy access and movability. Okay, now let's go back to the thing that I thought I had a problem with earlier, which is going to be the pass pocket. So hopefully my ski resort this year decides to upgrade their pass scanning system, and I don't have to take it out of my jacket every time. But you might have noticed as well, I have it on the side of my helmet for that reason. So if I do decide to rock it in my jacket sleeve with the glove on, it opens up nice and easily, and then it again, it's still going to be a little bit of a trouble kind of closing this for myself, so I'd probably end up having to take my glove off to get that closed. Now it might get a little easier with some wear in here, maybe with a jacket in there or something like that. Right now this is just not closing super easy, so I'm not going to trust myself with it. Again, overall, this thing is super comfortable, and I'm going to be rocking this as many days on the ski slope as I can, because I know that by wearing this thing, I'm going to stay warm, I'm going to stay dry. I'm fully covered with Gore-Tex, and I have a 3L system, so that's that 3-layering Gore-Tex system. As a whole, if you're looking at this, I would highly recommend it. Now, one of the problems that you're going to have with something like this, though, is it is an investment, and I did invest in this piece of equipment. Oh, and lastly, those nice big vents. Forgot about that. One more thing to open up and vent out. Goes all the way up on both sides. Didn't open them as far on this other side, but they definitely open all the way up here for more venting while you're on the slopes. So if you're looking at this, it's definitely an investment. Is it worth it? It's anywhere between probably $600 to $1,000. I would say yes, if you have the other components. Those other components are the things that you're going to use to layer. If you don't have layering gear already, this might not be the best option for you, because you're going to also have to buy layers of clothes to be able to put underneath this, because there is no insulation. That's probably the only time that I would say going to something like the Air Blaster Beast suit or something like that might be a better option, only because it's pre-loaded with insulation and it's a onesie. Otherwise, this thing is going to be great. I have plenty of layers to choose from. I have the ability to put my combination together. I'm definitely going to be wearing this as much as possible because again, it's going to keep me nice and dry. It's a one-on, one-off kind of suit. I don't have to worry about gaps when I fall down in between my hips and my jacket. It keeps that heat in nicely. So overall, this is a buy if you can afford it. Otherwise, it is pretty pricey for what it is, but you also have to think, you're getting a pair of pants, you're getting a jacket, and you're getting it all wrapped into one. So that is one of the only other concerns I might have is, let's say I want to be a fashionable person and have a couple different colors. Well, I'm pretty much stuck with just one here. And other than that though, you are getting Gore-Tex. You're getting a 3L system. You're pretty much fully dialed in with every piece of technology Volcom sells in their product line for snow. The wrist gaiters are nice and solid. The pockets are nice, very limited overall as they only have three actual usable pockets plus the pass pocket, and then they've got that goggle pocket inside and the probably cell phone pocket on the inside as well. You've got the nice articulating zipper around the hip to go to the bathroom. You've got your leg vents and you've got your armpit vents. Then again, you've got that nice big hood. I did forget to mention this hood also has a brim. So if you are just riding with a beanie and goggles, that brim can come over those goggles and keep it nice and dry. If you've got that helmet on, you're probably going to have to open up to get it off and then put it on. Now lastly, let's just kind of get out of this thing. So if I'm getting out of here, I'm going to open it all the way up, kind of shuffle it off, pull it off, and now I've got it here. So here's probably the only other disadvantage to something like this. Let's say you've decided to go grab a drink at lunch. You're going to kind of hang out for about 15, 20, 30 minutes in the lodge. Well, what do I do with my jacket while I'm trying to vent myself? That's going to be probably the only concern I'm going to have. I might have to do that old school, like tie it around my waist situation and waddle around. So that's probably going to be my go-to when I take this thing off to air out in the lodge and then get back into it when I go back out to go ride. As a whole though, again, great product, overall super stoked for it, and hopefully this gave you some feedback that I did not have when I was in the market for buying this for myself. Now again, if after purchasing this, I'm pretty fucking stoked on it, I would definitely buy it again for myself, so in the upcoming seasons or when I wear this out, hopefully never, I will probably end up buying another one, especially based on the fit, the finish, the comfort, and the utility of it overall. Now we will see how it stands up over the next season or seasons, but as a whole, I would recommend it to just about anybody unless you don't have the money to insulated layers or do not already have them. Then you might have to look for something that is on the insulated already side, so you don't have anywhere between a $600 to $1,000 purchase, and then still have to add things that might be outside of your current budget.